Hey, what's up, my friends? This is Jin Hua, also known as the Ninja Jedi, and I want to welcome you to this video. It wasn't too long ago that I used to live in my parents' house, and I wasn't able to pay the bills. I couldn't pay for food, I couldn't pay for gas, I couldn't pay for, whenever my friends wanted to go out to watch a movie or just go out and do something, I would have to decline because I couldn't go. I mean, I didn't have the money to go, and that made it very difficult to have dates too because not only that I couldn't afford to pay for their dinner, I couldn't even pay for my own. So I was struggling for a while, and it was actually really bad. My parents were also in a bad situation. My dad was working in a restaurant, like working long hours. My mom, she was trying to do her real estate business. This is a little bit later, right? And that wasn't going so well. So everybody, like my whole family, was broke. They're angry at each other. What's crazy is that at the restaurant when my parents were working, I mean, they worked like seven days a week, right? This is when I was younger. They worked 7 days a week, like 14-hour days, like sometimes 16-hour days. And even though they had money, they weren't happy with each other. They're always arguing back and forth. So as me as a child, I'm like, it didn't make sense to me because I see people without money and they're not happy. I see people with money and they're not happy. I'm like, what's wrong? Something was really wrong here. So that was when was it? After I got out of high school, I was introduced to a way to make money, like, another way of making money that's outside of the job, outside of the corporate world. And somebody asked me if I'm interested in making like $500 a week, actually $500 a week part time. I was like, $500 a week part time? Hell yeah, right? I was in college at the time, so somehow I was able to like scrape up the money. I didn't know how. Maybe I begged my mom or something. I don't know. Like, or maybe I sold some stuff because I know in high school I sold candy and I sold Chinese food in high school just to make money and to pay off my band fees. Right, I was in the marching band. So I think I had some money left over in my savings, so I used all of that. Spent about $2,500 my first month. Didn't make a single dime. I had like my sponsors drive down because they actually, they found me online. So they actually they drove down from New York and North Carolina all the way down to Florida to help me like sign people up. They say, hey, you get people in front of a presentation. Cool, I did all of that. I did the whole 9 yards. I did putting signs on the side of the road. I mean, I did the flyers. I did like these business cards. I got the little stickers, and I just start sticking it all over campus. A lot of people called me. Nobody signed up. I spent like $2,500. Like I said, in my first month, that went downhill. So at that point, I'm like, crap, that's not working. So I was, I just didn't know what to do, but I didn't want to quit. I didn't want to quit on my dreams because I was introduced to the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, right, by Robert Kiyosaki, and that completely opened my mind. I'm like, there has to be another way. I want to do business, but I don't want to do the business like the way my parents are doing it. I'm looking at how they're doing it, and they're not happy. So I said, there has to be another way. Um, so I think after that I started with this other business. I did okay with. I started learning marketing, right? Instead of just going around and bugging everyone and posting things all over the place, I actually decided I want to learn how to market. In college they couldn't like they didn't. I took part of one semester of business, and then I talked to a bunch of other people who've graduated. They said it's not worth it. Like I didn't learn crap. I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense. So my idea, like my mindset about educational system, like completely went down. I'm like, what's the point? A lot of people who get a degree in college, they can't, like most of them don't even get into the profession that they initially intended for when they got their degree. So I'm like, I'm not gonna waste 4, 5, 6, 8 years of my life to work on one profession and stick with that my entire life because I know me, I'm ADD, right? So it's like I'm not gonna be able to basically I'm gonna get bored. I'm gonna get bored real quick. So I met a friend. His name is Justin Varengia, around 2007, and that was we he was in the business, I was in the business, and then that's how we got to know each other. Of course, we were struggling and didn't really make any money at the time, right? But we tried. Well, he was the one who introduced me to conspiracy theories. Jordan Maxwell, Alex Jones, right? All of the New World Order, all of like the elites, the Rothschilds, the Bilderbergs, the Zeitgeist movement, right? If you guys heard of Zeitgeist, There's just so many things out there that's just negative, 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 negative. It's like just this negative fear-based propaganda that really screwed me up. I was actually in a 10-year relationship, and just by reading all of that stuff, we just started getting miserable because saying, damn, there's gonna be martial law, or the aliens are gonna come down and like take over the world, right? I mean, there was just really, really crazy stuff. I don't know if any of you guys, got into like conspiracy theories, but like the 9/11 thing, right, is an inside job. It's like, oh no, we can't. There's nothing we can do. So it was just. It was a really depressing time of my life, and that actually affected my relationship so much. And the next big turning point in my life was when my 10-year relationship actually ended because it was so miserable. She actually lived with me for a while, and because of my negative environment in my house, I mean, with the conspiracy theories and all the negative stuff around me, and it just didn't work out. So after that happened, I was devastated, right? My heart was broken, but it was 10 years, and I'm 25 as I was shooting this video. I was around 23 years old or so when the breakup happened, and at that time, I mean, that's like almost half of my life. So at that, like, basically what I did was my whole purpose in life when I was with her was like, my whole future was like, how can I be happy with her? How can I create this dream lifestyle, right? That's why I worked, so many years in trying to make it happen in like the business world, internet marketing world, or just, be wealthy and be really rich. But that didn't really work, right? And well, because my purpose in life was for us and for her, when she left me, I identified with her so much that I lost my purpose in life. I lost all drive to live. There was like a void in my chest, right? No matter how much I yelled, no matter how much I screamed, no matter how much like I had friends, I talked on the phone with them, no matter what I did, like it didn't work. Like I couldn't sit still, but I don't know. It was a really depressing time, and I stopped eating. I lost like 15 pounds, and I'm already a skinny guy. And I remember I was in the backyard. I had a big sliding glass window, and there's like this nice big jackfruit tree outside, and there's like a nice lake. And then I just thought to myself, like, what's the point of living? I mean, I've read spiritual books, I've read all of these things, and it didn't like work for me. So that's when I decided I wanted to commit suicide, right? I wanted to end my life because what's the point? And at that point, that was when I hit rock bottom. At that point, something clicked, and it said, hey, before you die, let's try something. Let's try something all out, right? Let's just, if it's our last chance, if I had one more chance at life, what would I do, right? Because I've been, I was introduced actually to David Wilcock, right? Because it's just kind of let you know how I got out of like the negative propaganda. I was introduced to David Wilcock, and basically he talks about a lot of the same things like the conspiracy theories talk about, but he takes a positive spin on it, and he shows all the evidence, the scientific evidence, all the articles that show why we're gonna win, and that humanity is gonna move forward, basically giving hope back to humanity, and is basically the more loving way of talking about it. He talked about synchronicities and spirituality and things like that, and he used, so basically it's more positive light instead of the negative fear propaganda. So when so I had that, and also after the time of the breakup, I was introduced to One Community Global. You can actually go to there's onecommunityglobal.org. That's a sustainable community project that I've been working with for right now, as of today, over 2.5 years, to create open source community, right, and duplicate it all over the world. Because I believe in the resource-based economy. I believe that we don't really need money. I mean, we're gonna redo the entire educational system. We're gonna redo the social model. We're gonna basically redo the entire educational system, right? Because we just don't believe in the way we have it right now. So, but anyways, just put that aside. I just want to let you know what I'm doing. Well, at the time that, when I hit rock bottom, like I decided, you know what? I'm gonna give this law of attraction a try. Let me give the universe a try. Let me give this whole idea that our thoughts create reality. I try, you know what, I'm gonna go full out, I'm gonna get all in, I'm gonna do everything. Every sign that comes in, I'm gonna believe that everything happens for a reason, right? Let me just entertain that thought for a bit. Let me just think that every little thing that happened, right, is happening perfectly. Let me consider the idea that everything that I'm experiencing right now, I created this for myself, that now, you know what, I'm going to take responsibility for my life. I'm going to take responsibility for everything that I attract. Maybe I'm going to consider the idea that I chose my parents. I chose this breakup. I chose all of these experiences. I chose these pains and the struggles. I chose these limitations. I chose these health challenges, right, that I have. And I chose all of this for me to experience a particular thing in this lifetime. Let me just entertain that thought and take complete responsibility for everything. Nobody to blame. Can't blame why I'm not successful because of him, her, or anybody. And at that point, I made a decision. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go full out. I'm gonna go full out. Law of attraction. All right, cool, let's go. And if this didn't work, all right, I can go back to kill myself, right? That's what I thought. That's what I had my mindset on. So at that point, it was like as if I entered a new universe. It was like all of a sudden I hit the reset button in my life that I never thought I'll be able to do. I hit a reset button on my life. Completely new world, and all of a sudden, every little thing that pops up, oh, that must mean something, right? If I'm thinking about something and all of a sudden the breeze, the breeze came in, and I'm like, oh, maybe that's a confirmation that my thoughts, I have to think about that thought for a little bit more. Or I see like 11:11 or something, or 1:23 or 12:34, 2:22, 3:3, whatever, right? So maybe all of those things mean something. Maybe that's communication, that's synchronicities from the universe, right? So I'm like, let me entertain that thought for a bit, right? Or maybe I feel like there is a pull, right? There is a gut feeling that I'm supposed to do something, and then usually I would say, that's stupid. Why would I do that? It didn't make logically, it didn't make sense. The mind, it didn't make sense. But I'd say, you know what? Maybe there's something in the unknown that I don't even know about, right? Maybe there's something out there. Maybe the universe is telling me to do this. Maybe this is a message from the universe that before I would ignore, but now I'm trying to do this law of attraction thing full out. I'm gonna give it 100% go, and I'm gonna pretend everything. I'm gonna act like everything happened for a reason, and everything is a message for me. So what I did was that I acted on everything, every impulse, every intuition, every idea, every spontaneous idea, everything. And then there's times when it's like these numbers are just crazy. Like I'm getting like 8 ones in a row. I'm getting like 11 ones, like 11, like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, right? 11 times in a row with like this block of numbers. I'm like, what are the chances of that, right? So then that started happening more and more and more. And now my friends are witnessing me do this. Like, yo, this is crazy, right? It's not just with numbers. Maybe like I'm having a thought on feeling down and have a song, like a random playlist going on. And then the lyrics on that song speaking directly to me. And all of a sudden I'm just crying and my tears rolling down my face. I'm like, that was for me. Even when the birds are chirping, or maybe when I'm going outside and there's just 2 hawks, right? 2 hawks just circled around me and then they left. At the time that I was pondering and I was reflecting on my life. Maybe like the butterfly that keeps following me around whenever I'm going, like I'm seeing everything, all of this stuff. And before I would say, oh, it's just coincidences. But I'll tell you right now, the people who know me, people who hang around me, they're gonna see all of these things, say, hey, this is crazy. Because this is every day. This is like multiple times a day that I don't even keep count anymore, because now miracles are now it is my lifestyle. So when I got introduced to, so after that whole thing, right, I tried to find somebody else, and I met somebody in yoga class, and I went to Zumba. I went to the gym. I do martial arts too. So at the time, I met somebody, and we hit it off. It was like the first time. I never fell in love so fast, right? But it didn't work out. But after that, I'm like, the reason why it didn't work out was because I wasn't a man still. I had the same problem. I didn't have money. I couldn't afford to pay anything. So it's like, okay, cool, I'm abundant, I'm feeling great, right? I'm feeling great, spiritually, emotionally abundant. I'm having all these miracles and synchronicities and all that stuff, but I was broke. So I'm asking myself, then I want to make the excuse, right? And I said, oh, I don't really need any of this stuff because why? Why do I want to need any of this stuff? Well, I'm content. I don't need anything more, right? The Buddhist way, those thoughts don't come in my way. It's like, let go of attachments, let go of materialistic things, right? So I'm like, okay, cool, I'm happy where I'm at, but that only lasted for so long. You see, the Occupy movement showed up not too, recently, I don't know, like a year or so ago, I forget like when it showed up exactly, but the Occupy movement, came about. I was in the Occupy movement. I was one of the leaders on there because I wanted to change the world. I wanted to change the world because I was in the conspiracy stuff. I'm like, dude, like we got to change this world. No one's going to come and save us. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. So I went through that, but then I couldn't even afford to pay for gas to get there. Like people had to pay for my gas. So I'm like, wait a second, how are we going to change the world when we're broke? So I had to change my whole mindset about money. Now, abundance, does that mean, abundant only like emotionally, spiritually, and be mentally free? But not money, not financially abundant? See, that didn't make sense. It didn't make sense. Because my experience showed me that I need money. In this world, in this current time, I need money to pay the bills, put food on the table, to get from point A to point B. And if I want to change the world and get my message out to the masses, I'm going to need education. I need to learn how to be a leader. I need to learn how to market, which is marketing, by the way. To me, the definition of marketing is the art of getting a message to the masses. Is the art of getting a message to the masses. And there's an art to it, right? And we learn that stuff. So that way we can change the world like I'm doing right now. I wouldn't have been able to do this, if I didn't got into a business. I wouldn't be able to do this if I didn't learn how to market and know how to influence. I didn't read books. I didn't go to personal development, right, every single day to feed my mind with positive stuff and then learn how to channel the universe through me so that I don't even have to think when I speak. It just comes out naturally. Okay? So at that time, I called out to the universe. I'm like, you know what? I can't take this anymore. I can't take this anymore. I'm tired of being broke. I'm tired of not having the things I want. All the happiness that I had was only temporary until I was abundant in all ways and live holistically in like a full, like in all areas, success in all areas, not just one area or 2 or 3 areas of my life. I want success in all areas of my life because if I'm not, then who the heck is going to listen to me? And that is when I called out to the universe. I called out one night, I was crying. I said, universe, I let go of everything. I let go of the ego. I let go of how embarrassing and how silly it may seem, right? To be talking to myself and on my knees and then crying, right? And hold my hands together like this and then just calling out and asking for help. And I said, universe, just show me the way. Just show me something. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll do whatever it takes. I don't want the situation anymore. Show me the way. And if I can't see it, you make me see it. You put things in my way so that I'm forced to see it and then force me to take action because I don't know. And after that, I went on Facebook and I saw my friend Justin, my best friend, and I saw him because he was still doing business too. He didn't give up either. He's also a messenger of love and light, right? And I saw him go from $5,000 a month, and in 30 days' time, he jumped to $26,000 a month. And if I didn't know him, I wouldn't even believed it. All right. So I basically Skyped him. I remember exactly where I was sitting. I said, brother, I'm desperate right now. I need something. I saw you went from $5,000 a month to $26,000 a month in 30 days. Show me. I'll do whatever it takes. I've emptied my cup. I'm teachable, I'm coachable, I'm willing to do whatever. And he gave me the join link, sign up. That's what I did. I didn't even watch the sales presentation or anything because I was in such desperation. And then I signed up. And when I signed up and I saw the video, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I've been looking for. I've been looking for an opportunity that I can believe in. All I wanted was something that I can believe in with my wholeheartedly in all ways, where the co-founders are in direct alignment with who I am, even spiritually, and their vision is so big to change the world. And I've never seen visions that big ever in any company that I've been in. Well, now Now I look back at all of that and I say, wow, this is quite a journey, this is quite an experience that everything I went through a lot, I went through hell and back. It was just, but I never gave up. I never gave up. Because to me, giving up was death. It was do or die for me. It was do or die. Without a purpose, I have no I'm not gonna live without a purpose. Now that I found my purpose, I found my why, I found my vision, I have a new vision in life now. That now I'm able, like I said, I moved out of my parents' house. Started traveling all over the world. Go to mountains, I went to Denver, I went to Chicago, I went to St. Louis. I don't remember all the places I went to. I went to in Indiana, okay. Now I'm in Milwaukee, and I'm gonna go back to Orlando, Florida, because we have an event, we have a gathering there. All of the light workers are gonna go there, and then I'm probably gonna live at the beach for a couple of months, and maybe I'm gonna go overseas, and live outside the country, because that's one of the things on my dream list. I finally went on like one of my dreams was to go on a hot spring, outdoor hot springs, right? And I actually went to the hot springs outdoors in Colorado. I went all the way up to, I actually saw mountain goats. Like I was like 8 feet away from mountain goats on the side of the mountain. And they were just standing there, didn't even run away. And it was like, oh my gosh, this is so freaking awesome. I've been so many places now. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't keep this to myself. I gotta share this stuff. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing now, because I want to empower the people, And I believe that we can all do this, because to me, this business that I'm in right now is not just about business. It's about finding our reason, finding our passions, finding out the reason why we're even here, and to realize our dreams, realize our full potential, to know who we are, to experience who we are, to stretch us, to push us, to become the best version of us that we can be. So, what's my vision? I want to change the freaking world. I want to gather. I want to create this Justice League. I want to bring all the X-Men together, because I believe that we all have unique gifts. I believe that each one of us, we have a gift that the world is waiting to see. And it's also unique that nobody else has but you. And I realized my gift. Now that I realized my gift, I'm like, I'm not the only one. Everybody has it. So now my goal, my purpose is to help as many people realize their gift and draw it out and become so successful that the world's gonna look at it and be like, well, what are they doing? Even all the people who are negative, they're like, no, this is too good. I gotta check this out, right? So now, if I look at the bigger picture, Empower Network, right, which is the business that I'm part of right now, which I'm gonna introduce you to my mentors, right, if you haven't seen them already. The Empower Network is the vehicle. It's rising through the search engines. We have a new blogging system. We're probably going to be top 10 website in the entire world. Not too long from now, okay? And then once we get to that point, well, I'm also in a sustainable community. I'm going to use that money. I'm going to put into my sustainable community. I'm going to spread that all over the world, because that's going to change people's lives. But because the consciousness of this world, people aren't ready for a sustainable community yet, I created my Secrets to Bliss course, which is basically to show people how to get from where they are to bliss. To manifest whatever that they want, so that now their life is a miracle. They can have synchronicities all the time, and they can have direct line to communicate with the universe, because you guys have it right now within you, and maybe you don't even know that you have, that you can call upon the universe, or call upon your God, or call upon your creator, or call upon your higher self, inner self, your true self, whatever you want to call it. You can call upon that anytime that you want, and you don't even need to know how you're going to get there. All you need is a reason why. You need to know your intentions. You just need to have basically a goal and where you want to go. You have that set, and you have to have a burning passion on wherever it is. You have to be sick and tired of where you're at right now, so that way you can overcome all the excuses of why you're not going to take action. Because once you can do that, everything becomes easy. You don't need to know the how. You don't need to know the technical stuff. All that will be taken care of in the background. It will be as if your life is a miracle, that you're lucky all the time. You can create your own luck. That is what I want to give you, because when you start to live life fulfilled and when you start to feel alive, that is something that no money can ever buy. You can't buy that. That's what I want to give to you, because I believe in you. Just like these people here, they believed in me. Just like Justin believed in me. Sometimes we need people around us to believe in us and remove all the negative people that keep bringing us back and tell us that we can't do this, we can't do that. It's kind of like, why are we going to listen to them when they don't even have the success that I want? Why would I listen to the blind? The blind leading the blind. That's what it is. Find the people who are living the lifestyle that you wish. Find the people who have the success that you want. You find these mentors and you listen to what they have to say. You put your ego aside. Follow what they say. Do it completely. And then, now what? You listen to the right people. They're going to get you to exactly where you need to go. That's why I've sought out mentors. That's why mentors are so important to me. That's why I'll never stop having mentors. That's why I'll always be a student. And I'll always constantly realize, is my cup full? Yes? Oh shoot, I gotta let go of that right now. Because once we think that we know everything, we know nothing. And when we know nothing, we know everything. I know it's like speaking in riddles, right? Look, I'm not gonna keep this going on for too long, but I want you guys to meet my mentors. If you haven't met my mentors yet, I want you guys to click on the link below to see what we're all about here. Again, yes, you can make a lot of money. I have to put a disclaimer. Okay, results not typical. That's because we choose not to be typical. But to see the income, to see the average earnings, just go to empowernetwork.com/income.php. Okay. Again, meet our mentors, because if it wasn't for them, I would not be here right now. I wouldn't be traveling the world. I wouldn't be having such an awesome life. So with that being said, I'll see you guys on the other side. But before that, remember, check your email, okay? I'm going to be sending you guys emails daily to give you more information about what we have here and also give you some tips. I'm going to have a lot of awesome content for you guys to basically take a look at. And also, don't forget to connect with me. Don't forget to connect with me on Facebook, or you can reply to the emails. I do read my messages. So don't think that you can't connect with me, you can't ask me questions, you can't talk to me, because you can, because I want to work with you. So that's it. I will see you guys on the inside. Bye-bye.